been cold, hasn't it, this week? It's going to get colder still from Sunday onwards. Why? A renewed surge of Arctic air blasting down from the north and stronger winds, a greater risk of snow, disruptive snow. I'll come back to that. It's been cold enough anyway. We've already seen these frosty scenes, as you can see here in Aberdeenshire. But generally speaking, it hasn't been quite so cold for many this morning because we're stuck under some stubborn cloud. It's trapped under this area of high pressure. But once this weather front to the north goes through, that will clear it all away. So already there are warnings in force for snow for Northern Ireland and Scotland, primarily Sunday and Monday. These are the areas most likely to see snow, but we're not saying they will be the only areas because as notoriously difficult snow showers they are to forecast, there's this little runner potentially. We'll have to firm up on details for Northern Ireland, parts of Scotland and Northern England by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday. And there's even a chance of some disruptive snow potentially midweek further south, as well as those snow showers continuing to come down thick and fast for the north. So these are the areas, the shaded areas, the most likely areas to see that disruptive, impactful snowfall. But we are certain it's going to get colder next week with stronger winds, so feeling bitterly cold with severe nighttime frost.
Good afternoon. It has been a largely cloudy day today, but the temperature not quite so cold as the last couple of days. Going to hang on to the cloud this afternoon, a few spots of rain.
Hello there, good evening. A cloudy look to things for today. Temperatures on the chilly side as well. We tend to keep quite a bit of cloud through the weekend, although some bright or sunny spells certainly a possibility at times. Yes, feeling chilly. Largely dry. You could see a touch of patchy rain here and there, maybe a little bit on Sunday, for example, but the majority of the time, I think, should be mostly dry. So we head into our Saturday morning with probably a fair bit of cloud. As you can see, there are some holes in the cloud. We may well see some of that brightness just creeping through, say, into the afternoon, but I think the bulk of the day probably relatively cloudy and temperatures struggling. So highs there, 2 to 5 degrees. Given some sunshine, a little bit of a lighter breeze than today, it might not feel too bad, but yeah, obviously those temperatures are low and it is pretty chilly. And then into Sunday, you could see a little bit of patchy rain. I don't think it'll amount to very much. Equally, there may be some bright spells to be had at times as well. Into the beginning of next week, that's when we see temperatures dropping away further. That Arctic air arrives. Monday should bring some sunshine, more uncertainty as we head to the middle of next week, the possibility of some wintry weather, but we'll keep you updated. Take care.
Hi Clive, well this is the one where it all turns a lot colder. Some very wintry scenes out there, just for a few spots, but they're likely to become a lot more widespread as we head through next week. Now there's lots of things that we don't currently know about what's going to happen. We think there could be some quite disruptive snow on the way for us, but what we do know is it's going to be turning colder and there'll be some severe nighttime frost with a lot of added wind chill as well.
We've had a really cold week and I've heard rumours there could be snow on the way next week. Is that true?
It is true. The most important word that you've just said just now was could, because there is the potential that we could see some snow, but it's certainly not certain, if you see what I mean. There are some things we do know and a lot of things that we don't know about what's going to be happening next week. But today, a very cloudy, very grey sort of day, very nondescript. Lovely tourist photo here, of course. But the weather wasn't great today, was it? It's cold, but it is going to be turning even colder still as we head through next week with that really chilly air spilling down from the north, from the Arctic. There'll be a lot of wind chill and some quite sharp frost by night with the possibility for snow. It's most likely to happen for us, I think, on Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning.
And you've mentioned that we're getting snow, but we don't yet know how much or what type.
Absolutely. I'm going to stick my neck out and say we're going to get some wintry weather next week. There will be some snow, but we just don't know how much and where it might be. And that's because our weather models are saying different things. So we've got a couple of scenarios which I want to talk you through. So as we head into next week, there's a 50% chance that we are going to see cold, frequent snow showers across some coastal parts further north. For the south, we're going to see light snow here. That could be a little disruptive. However, there is a chance that the low pressure, which is going to come up from the southwest, is going to miss us altogether. So let's take a look at the next scenario, and there's around a 30% chance that we could actually miss the snow altogether, but still with some wintry showers across northern parts that you'd expect really for this time of year. but the last scenario has it coming a little bit further north, and that would mean some disruptive snow as we head into the middle part of next week, which wouldn't be great news for getting out and about again with those frequent snow showers further north. But before we get there, we do actually have some snow and ice warnings in place for this weekend. On Sunday at midnight, actually, we're going to see a snow and ice warning kick in across the north of Scotland. 1 to 3 centimetres of snow possible at lower levels, but over the high ground 5 to 10 centimetres. And then as we move through into Monday, we see another weather warning kick in, and that's for Northern Ireland. Again, 1 to 3 centimetres possible, but as much as 5 centimetres up over the high ground. So certainly some snow to watch out for as we head through the next few days. But one thing you will feel is the cold. Yes, it's going to be quite biting at times. Let's take a look. Let's concentrate on the next few days and, of course, the weekend, which is knocking on the door. It is going to be turning noticeably colder. We'll take a look at the air mass chart in just a second. The wind also picking back up, so they're going to have to deal with that wind chill as well. And as I say, wintry showers moving in from actually late Saturday and also through Sunday into Monday. So you're all quite up in the air, quite tricky predicting snow. But as I say, I think it will be wintry next week, very cold. And as I say, there'll be some snow somewhere and possibly on the heavy side as well. But we'll know more as we get towards Sunday into Monday.
But we definitely have to wrap up.
Wrap up, Wolf.
Thanks very much.